scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. The Jets at 8-2 on the year. They come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
A quick throw there out to Williams. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. The drive starts with a run from H.A. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved. Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. At their own 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed. And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also. Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty.
side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line.
We'll give now to Abanikanda.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
In motion right, that's Williams. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Mike Williams.
And down to the 27-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
That's good for another Jets. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Back north. 50.
Throwing is Rodgers. It's complete to Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, Mike. 26. 630.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Jump out.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Hey, 88.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Get 300. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Give to Hall running right.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
At their 38.
And off to Achane to begin the drive.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, 43 yards.
And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And the Jets, first down.
Rodgers now on first down.
On the out route, he completes it to Hall.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line.
A give running right is Hall.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
We are going. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Inside.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Quentin Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz,
62 yards.
And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Sanders on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. On play action, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Hey, take 26.
Here's Rodgers. He completes it to Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Second down and a yard.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Hall again on second down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
This out quickly to Williams.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And quickly they get to the line. Rodgers now to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one...
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, back to Achane.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Dolphins 34, Jets nothing. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The throw over the middle taken in, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And some room to maneuver.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
The kick by Sanders is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Well, this is caught by Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Rodgers to throw on second down.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Hey, 88.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Get 300.
Rodgers again now. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Achane. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Achane. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run it with Achane. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th. Has been a one-sided affair. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And
taking it right down Broadway. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers
you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Here is third and quite a ways.
Now it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run for it with Achane.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Right here.
They'll go. Achane.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.